parable of the rich fool helps us to understand we need to be rich toward God. Jesus told this parable because he wanted the people to understand one's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions. The parable of the rich fool, as Jesus told it, said, "The land of a rich man produced plentifully, and he thought to himself, 'What shall I do? For I have nowhere to store my crops.' And he said, 'I will do this. I will tear down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'Fool, this night your soul is required of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?' So is the one who lays up treasure for himself is not rich toward God." Jesus went on to explain to the people listening that life doesn't consist of what you eat or drink or what you wear. He told them that they could do nothing to add another year to their life. Basically, he was telling them God provided for them everything they had. Jesus explained further and told them to look at the birds. The birds never worked and never had barns, and God gave them food to eat. Jesus told them to look at the lilies of the field. They were so beautiful, and yet they never sowed a thing. God made the lilies look so pretty, and they were here today and gone tomorrow. Most importantly, Jesus told the people and tells us that we are valuable. And Jesus told the people that it was God's pleasure to give them the kingdom. Jesus wanted them to ask themselves and wants us to ask ourselves, where is our treasure? Are we rich toward God? You may wonder what it means to be rich toward God. Well, I have some practical things you can do to help you be sure you are rich toward God. Just 4 things you can do to put Jesus' words into action this week. And they spell the word rich. R, you can run to God. That means give God space in your life. When you run, you have to have space to run. You can't run in a small area. So give God time in your life. Give him space to read his word, to understand what it means to be part of his kingdom, and to understand how valuable and special you are to God. I invite God to provide everything you need. Ask God for everything you need, knowing he'll provide. C, count all God has given to you. Make a list every day of God's provision of your life essentials, things that are important for you to live, like food and clothes and shelter, and list all that God has already provided for you. Happily thank God for his provision. Joyfully consider everything you have coming directly from God. This week, focus on being rich toward God. Run to him, invite him, count all he's given to you, and happily thank him for everything. You'll be rich toward God.